So I guess we have to get into the toast segment for this week. So toast segment is gonna be a little different this week. I don't, I don't know who wants to pitch this. It's still raw for me.
Still pretty fresh, man. But this week, as you all have heard, or last week, by the time you hear, we've all heard, we lost a legend, Kobe Bryant. We also lost several family groups. We lost his daughter, Gigi, and a couple other people that were on the helicopter with him in a tragic, like, nobody could have saw this coming, helicopter crash. And so I think it's only right that we dedicate this toast, our first week back, to Kobe Bryant and to all the families who are like grieving right now, who probably don't know how they're going to make it to the next day with everything they're feeling right now. I can't even imagine like you wake up thinking everything's good and then all of a sudden, like, especially on something that he's probably ridden like every single day, like it's nothing, like back and forth on that helicopter. And he took that helicopter to practice, took his daughter on there. So it's just like, to them, a normal day. So to catch them off guard like that is just horrible, man. So I just wanted to kind of, let's all chime in and just say kind of where we were when we heard the news, or how it affected us. Because I know, like, especially with our age group, we didn't really grow up. I mean, we saw the highlights of Michael Jordan, but Kobe Bryant was really the first superstar of our generation that we grew up with. Everybody wanted to be like Kobe. In PE class, every fadeaway shot, we had to yell out Kobe. Every ball in the trash can, like everybody's doing now. But just kind of speak to what he meant to you, kind of coming up.
Oh, I'll go first.
You go ahead.
I would say, I don't know, man. Like for me with Kobe, I was never really a big like basketball guy until I got into like high school, college. Like I knew about Kobe, and I was one of the kids that said Kobe. When I shot a shot. You know what I'm saying? But I really didn't follow the game of basketball until I got a little bit older. But as I got older and watched Kobe, at the tail end of his career, I just watched somebody that was extremely competitive, and I can really say like, I get a lot of, I'm a very competitive person, whether it be sports or just in general, and just watching Kobe compete really helped with zoning in and I guess a tribute to my competitive edge. And then, honestly, my favorite part about Kobe is just watching Kobe the father and Kobe the man after basketball, actually, because, I will say I had maybe even a love-hate relationship with Kobe, because, he, I wasn't a Lakers fan, so he was always, beating my teams, or it was just somebody that, what I'm saying, it was, if I saw him on the schedule and he was playing, I was like, dude, like, so... but seeing him after basketball and the way, he had impact, and seeing the family man that he is, it's like he just switched it off. And I think that he just inspires everybody. Like, he's just a person that gave 110% to his teammates and to his art and his craft, but at the same time, did the same thing outside of the court too. Like, he still had the same energy, the same drive. Like, I don't want to take up too much time, but like I saw an interview recently about why he used helicopters, and it kind of made me move even more, because he talked about he used it because he missed a play, and the first time, so then after that he was like, yo, like, I gotta be there for my kids, whether it be picking them up from carpool, whatever it is, like, but that just shows just aspire to be a great father no matter what besides work. So yeah.
Okay, I know I said I wanted to go last, but Dante, you're the Lakers fan, so I think you should go last, because you probably have the most poignant thing to say. What I'll say is, there's certain people in like growing up that there's certain people in life growing up that you look at them. So there's people that play sports, there's people that are politicians, there's people that are actors, and he's an actor, he's a basketball person, he's a football person, whatever, he's a rapper. And there's some people that just kind of, as a kid growing up, you grow up with people, they reach like a mythical status to the point where they're not just a basketball player, they're like a superhero. And that's like the only word I can kind of think to with Kobe Bryant. I wasn't a Lakers fan at any point in my life growing up. In fact, I always rooted against the Lakers. I mean, I admired greatness. Like, I always admired great teams and great players, because I think it's cool. But I wasn't a Lakers fan. Kobe Bryant wasn't my guy. I didn't have any Lakers memorabilia growing up. I had one pair of Kobe shoes, but they were a pair of Crazy Eights. I mean, like I didn't have any of the Kobe sneakers, but so he was never my guy. But like, it's Kobe Bryant. It is not even Kobe Bryant. It's Kobe, right? He's a mythical figure, and as a mythical figure, like death is not even something that you can comprehend to go with that mythical figure.
Right.
Like I still see that on the screen, whether it's Twitter or TV, and it still just doesn't compute in my mind.
In disbelief.
It just still doesn't compute in my mind. And I mean, the way it's a helicopter crash. I can't think of anything that more tragic than that. But even if he just was like, just got like cancer, just died, like still that would have been like, wait, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's supposed to live forever. He's just bigger than just sports.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just like on that level. So for me, when I heard the news, I was doing laundry, and I was even listening to the group chat because you guys were texting about it. I was doing laundry, making food, whatever. I just taking my dog out, and I picked my phone up because I got a lot of texts, and then I saw my brother texting me, and then he had just screenshot the TMZ headline, and it's just like one of those moments where like your brain is just like, wait, what?
Right.
And then my mom called me, and like I just had to sit down, and like I can count, and I'm emotional person, but I don't like cry. Like I haven't cried since my grandpa. I broke down and cried over that. I don't know why. This is something that's affecting me. Like I mean, people die. Like it was weird. Michael Jackson died. As a wrestling fan, it was weird. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero died. It was Sean Taylor. Like Sean Taylor, when Sean Taylor died, that hurt because I feel like But like I watched Sean Taylor play for like 3-4 years, right? Yeah. Kobe Bryant has been around forever. Kobe Bryant Kobe Bryant is just above basketball, and for whatever reason, and then I'm not even mentioning the fact that his daughter. I can't even comprehend that his daughter's dead too. That hasn't hit me yet. Like that will hit me soon enough. So it's just I'm so affected by this. Like, I don't know. I can't go on Twitter. Like, I've barely been on Twitter all week because I can't bear it. I haven't looked at anybody's Instagram story outside just me posting something for my birthday. Like, I'm fucked up over this, and I still don't understand why, per se. And, yeah, this is still... I've been looking forward to this all week because I need to talk. I don't know what to say about that. Right. So I'll let you finish it, Dante, because, like, you had the most... relationship, whatever word you want to use with Kobe Bryant.
I can definitely give my perspective on things. I guess mine will I can lead us into what we're going to talk about too, kind of, sort of. So I saw that on Sunday just like everybody else, and so at first, my girl's sister texted us, she was like, yeah, Kobe was in a helicopter crash, and I was like, Kobe died. And so then I was like, well, who the hell is Kobe? Who's the Kobe she's talking about? Like, yo, right? Like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I guess on Kobe. I'm sitting there. And I'm like, oh, I guess they got a dog named Kobe. That dog must be dead. Right. I'm like, I don't know how the dog died in a helicopter crash, but that dog's dead. That's the conclusion I came to in my mind. They got a dog named Kobe. The dog somehow died in a helicopter crash. Mm-hmm. Then I start going on social media, and then you start to see, oh, you mean Kobe the person, and so then it's just like, it's really. In all honesty, this is probably the first time I've talked about the fact that he's even dead, like just really had a conversation about it because, you get text messages about it. I really don't want to talk about it. I really didn't want to look at anything. Like I'll go on, Aaron went off social media for a week. I only went on social media for a day, and that's just because after Sunday I was just tired of seeing it. Right. On the news, I don't watch any of the stories about how he died. I can watch a tribute about it, but I don't want to sit around and watch 1,000 helicopter specialists explain to me how it was mechanical failure, could have happened, yada yada. I just don't want to see that. Not my thing. It's just such a lot of it's like what Aaron said, it's just such a complex level of emotions that come with this type of stuff because, even if you weren't a Lakers fan, the thing that I'm just like thinking about more and more about it is just like you just rethink about moments that you had in your life and parts where this person, even though you don't know them, they played like some type of part in your life where it's like, if I think about, 09 and 010 finals, that's like, Lakers' last finals. I'm going to think about it from multiple perspectives because, even on top of the Kobe part, it's going to be, oh, well, man, I did this with my dad, yada, yada. So you just start to really just put together pieces of your life through the lens of somebody else. And you just like, Kobe's always been there. It's like, it ain't like you knew him, but it's like he was a constant force in your life. Even if you hated him, he was always there as that constant thing that you hated. And it was just like, he's always been there. And you like, man, the memory of or everything about Kobe will be around long after I'm gone, but you just don't see it as he's going to be gone before I'm gone, or he's older than you, so sometimes you think that, but you just like you don't think it's gonna happen like this, and so then it's just like a great deal of like emotional stuff. The more you just think about it, I guess that's kind of just been the part that's on my head where it's just like you really just have to come to the conclusion that this person's kind of like gone. Like you're not gonna look up and see him on TV anymore or something like. Well, you'll see him on TV, but you won't see like the actual person live anymore, and that kind of stuff just starts to like play in your head and stuff like that. And it's just like, honestly, the biggest thing that all of this just like said to me, it was like yeah, I love Kobe. That was my favorite basketball player, but it was just like I thought about this like outside of Kobe. It just kind of put a whole lot of other things into perspective to where you just like, man, life is just so short, and the more it's like the biggest thing. It's like even when people die, it always gives you that feeling that life is short. But it's just like you think of somebody like dying, and it's like they're 40, and it's like damn, I'm getting close to 40, and I'm 20. I'm in my 20s, but I mean, it's like it's not that old. It's like like you'll get there, God willing, and it's just like you just really start to think, damn, life is really short. I just really it makes you really want to rethink the way that you do certain things, and just kind of like tell people you love them, and all that type of stuff. That was like the biggest and most profound impact that it had on me, is just like the way that I'm starting to kind of just view my own life, and just like finding things that I appreciate, and just like really like taking the time to appreciate these things, and just like being open and honest about it, just being like, yo, I love XYZ, I love this person. Just be open and honest about things and just appreciate things, because that's like the biggest takeaway in all of this. Kobe really just seemed to appreciate everything that he was doing. He just really seemed to have a passion for like either basketball, the stuff that he was doing with the Mamba Academy, or like the children's book. He just had a passion for so many things.
He just had
a passion. And it's just like that's the biggest thing, that it's like kind of just honestly, I'm feeling out my emotions right now as I'm sitting here talking about this. It's like the first time I talked about this. So it's just like have a passion about stuff and just appreciate every moment. That's like the biggest thing that I've just gotten out of all this. Once you get past like the sadness of it, and the fact that you just keep on replaying it over and over, and you just keep seeing it. Because I mean, yeah, like the tributes and stuff are cool, but it's like you don't want to continue to just see empty seats at a basketball game, or these slideshows and all that other type of stuff. It's like it's great. It's like it's really cool that people love this person so much. But it just like starts to break you down and just wear you out, because it's just like at the end of the day, Kobe's gone, his daughter's gone, and then it's just like there are 7 other people that were on that plane. Like a lot of people like lost their lives that day.
Like it's an unthinkable. People say us unthinkable. That is literally an unthinkable tragedy. Like I mean,
he does every other day probably.
It's
every other day.
It's kind of like when Walter Payton passed away, like in a way.
Walter Payton just randomly died. Yeah, just randomly died. Like somebody, and I'm pretty sure
that's just real, like humanitarian. Like,
and I'm pretty sure people who like our fathers, they probably felt the same way with somebody like Walter Payton. Like
my father like told me like the first time like when Walter Payton died, he cried, bro. Like just a great person. And I feel like this is if equivalent, if not greater. You know what I'm saying? That impact, man, like for our generation.
And just looking around for everybody of different races are crying out. People of different cities, like nationalities.
Yeah, you can't get away
worldwide.
from it.
Like it's literally everybody knew Kobe to some extent.
I watched the Caps play the Canadians on Tuesday or Wednesday, and like the Montreal Canadiens, they had a tribute before the game in Montreal. Right. The Caps played on Thursday or whatever. Ovechkin wore 24 on his jersey during warm-ups. Like it's
just like it's also like the globalness of basketball.
Yes,
basketball is like literally the global game. Like everybody knew Kobe. It's like I love football. Don't get me wrong, but no football player would, and like just on a global scale. Like yeah, we'd all feel it here. But like if Tom Brady would die tomorrow, you don't want anything like that to happen. It would just be like. It wouldn't probably be felt on like the worldwide scale of like Kobe Bryant, that like Neymar and all these other type of people were sad about Kobe, and it's just like it just goes so far beyond us, and it's just like there are so many types of people, and the fact that everybody just had an appreciation for this person, and it's like yes, I understand that Kobe's a multi-layered person, there are facets to the story, all that other type of stuff, but just like if you just think about at the bare minimum the respect that everybody had for this person, and just even if you didn't like him. Everybody respected his devotion to his craft so much that this like that Mamba mentality. God, giving yourself a nickname is still terrible, but that Mamba mentality and just like really just honing in on your craft.
I mean, it's just sick. It's just sick having to use this all in past tense. Like I still just weird.
Still processing it, man.